Okay, hey, my name's Evan, and on the 6th of July this year, I flew to Bangkok, Thailand, and had ALT Phalloplasty at Kamol Hospital. I'm from the UK. So I want to make videos to document everything. I know I'm a bit behind, but yeah, I want to do things more or less in order, so I got to start with the consultation. So I arrived in Bangkok on the 1st of July, and then I went the next day on the 2nd of July to have my consult at Kamol Hospital. So for the first week I wasn't staying at Kamol's hotel because we wanted to stay somewhere that had a pool, so we were staying somewhere else and I got a grab taxi from there to the hospital. My first impressions of the hospital was that it was very calm and absolutely spotless, pretty fancy, had a fountain and plants and everything. Definitely the nicest hospital I've ever been in. But yeah, the staff were pretty quiet and professional. At first I just had some forms to fill out. Everyone there spoke at least some English. Some people were completely fluent and others were struggling a bit to communicate with me, but there was always someone around that could speak English. I had to sit down in the waiting room and wait for a while, and then I had the blood pressure, my height and weight taken, just general things you'd expect. And then yeah, I did have to wait for quite a while to see the actual surgeon, which you can expect because surgeons are very busy, aren't they? But yeah, I did have to sit in the waiting room for quite a while and wait for the actual surgeon to come and speak to me. So he looked at my leg and measured it. He said that I was a really good candidate for the surgery, which was a huge relief because that's a main thing I was worried about, is if there was too much fat. Even though I'm pretty skinny, I was worried there'd be too much fat on my legs because a lot of people after ALT need debulking. But yeah, it turns out he was right and I was a great size for this surgery. He quickly explained the nerve hookup and that kind of put my mind at rest. I'll put on screen the exact wording of what they do because the words are quite hard to say. But yeah, one of my other main questions was about the catheter, how long that would be in, because that was a big fear I had. He said as soon as I was up and walking, which would be around a week, that I could have that out because I wasn't getting urethral lengthening or anything like that. I found out that the surgery should take around 8 hours, but it did end up being 10. And then that they would try and do glandoplasty in the same surgery, but if not, it would be a couple of weeks later, which is what ended up happening. And then that surgery was a couple of hours as well. I found out that there was a separate microsurgeon that would be there as well, and he did the nerve hookup. Don't think I met him until afterwards. He was a very nice guy. Actually no, I think I did meet him on the day I think he came in, just before I went in for the surgery. I asked if all the pain meds and everything was all included in the price, and they said yeah, there's no hidden fees, which was true. I asked about the length and he said 5 to 6 inches is best, and I asked for 6, which the nurses were giggling at and stuff. Over here it would be very disrespectful if a nurse was giggling and laughing, especially if you're naked and stuff like that, but over there it's more socially acceptable. It's not seen as rude to be giggling at someone. So if you are thinking of going to Thailand, that is something that you should expect, that laughing and stuff is just the norm and it's not seen as rude like it is here. It's just a cultural difference. Also at first they kept saying, I think it was centimeters they kept using, and I only really know about penis size in terms of inches, so I had to ask them to use inches instead, so I knew what they were saying, and that made them laugh as well. I also had to have an x-ray on my chest. I had to have a blood test, which I think was for HIV. Some test with suction things on my chest, which kept coming off because of my chest hair, so that took ages. And then just as I was filling out the last forms, they said that actually the surgery would have to be moved 2 days sooner because the microsurgeon, if I wanted the nerve hookup, the microsurgeon could only be there if I had it done on the 6th. If not, I'd have to wait till a couple of weeks after, which would be too close to my flight home. So I ended up just accepting that and having it done on the 6th, which wasn't great because I already paid for my hotel until the 8th. But obviously I was just really excited to go and have it done. So yeah, I had to go the day before that, which was the 5th. So yeah, I had to go into the hospital the night before and everything, so that was on the 5th. Yeah, I think that's about it for my consultation from what I remember. Yeah, I wish I'd wrote more down, but I'm sure if you have any questions, it will trigger my memory and I should be able to let you know. So my consult was the first time that I'd ever been to the hospital. I only arrived in Thailand the day before. I'd never even been to Thailand before that. Everything from before that was communicating via emails and on WhatsApp and everything. But yeah, in my next video I will talk about the day before and then the morning of, all the like crazy stuff they had to do to me, including shaving me everywhere and all of that, and then also like waking up after and what that was like. If you have any more requests, anything specific you want me to make a long video about, or if there's anything you want me to just answer in the comments or in DMs, just let me know. I'll put all my Instagrams. I have an Instagram specifically about my lower surgery. Also, if you're from the UK, I do have a small business. I sell packers and prosthetics and pride flags. I'll link that as well, but that's only from the UK. I post everything out from my bedroom in Birmingham, Royal Mail, so you don't have to worry about long waits or like high shipping fees. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video.